only got 20 pieces of silver. At least Judas got 30 pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
But Jesus was older also.
Well, that was a later time. Prices had gone up.
Inflation.
Actually, that 30 pieces of silver, I think it's in Leviticus, it talks about it. 30 pieces of silver is the price of a slave. So even in the Old Testament, that's where that comes from, that 30 pieces of silver.
Leviticus 27:5.
Okay.
In your notes.
Yes, right here.
There you go. Good call. The price was set by the age and the sex. So that was the 20 shekels, or 8 ounces of silver, was the dedication value set in Leviticus 27:5. For a person between the ages of 5 and 20, a male is set at 20 shekels and a female at 10 shekels. So
where did Reuben go that he came back and Joseph was
Well,
gone?
they all went kind of back.
Yeah, well, but they were far away because at this time, though.
Let's
Maybe he went to check on a flock in
Yeah,
another area.
yeah, he just disappeared for a while.
Yeah, he like,
Well, in chapter 38, it says he went down to stay with the man at Adullam or somewhere.
Oh, that was
Hara.
Judah.
That was
that was,
Judah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Judah, that's where he disappeared to.
Yeah, so maybe Reuben was checking out some of the other flocks.
Yeah, because it said when he came back, the system, it was empty.
Yep.
Isn't it interesting traveling merchants were Ishmaelites?
Yeah, it tells us they're Midianites and Ishmaelites.
Yeah.
So there was 2 major trade routes that went through
Right.
Israel, and they must have been the one by the sea. There was one in the mountains and one by the sea.
Yep.
I don't remember the names of them.
And murder is against God's law, but slavery is not.
Right. So Judah was a little bit more moral in that he didn't want to kill Joseph, he just wanted to sell him. Plus he could make some money off the deal. So we get the Midianites, and that's the same clan that Moses' father-in-law was from.
It says here, it says the story of Judah serves as a foil for the story of Joseph. When he left his brothers and married a Canaanite woman, he put the Lord's plans for salvation in jeopardy. This happened while Joseph was in slavery.
Say that again, Sue. What?
It says the story of Judah serves as a foil for the story of Joseph. When he left his brothers and married a Canaanite woman, he put the Lord's plans for salvation in jeopardy. This happened while Joseph was in slavery.
So he married again.
Well, Judah gets married in chapter 38.
Oh, okay.
So
We're getting there.
we're getting there. We're getting
Yeah.
there. Okay, so we've got the Midianites and the Ishmaelites. They're both from that same general Egyptian area. So Reuben returns. The boy isn't there. Where can I turn now?
Yeah, I noticed he said that.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
So the Midianites are different than the Ishmaelites?
Yes.
Okay. I know the Ishmaelites come from Ishmael. Because I was looking at it as these were Ishmaelites that had lived or settled in the land of Midian, so it was interchangeable, but they're two separate.
But I did find one commentary where it says the Midianites were sometimes called Ishmaelites because they're Arabs from that Egyptian area.
Okay.
So sometimes it could interchange.
So it could be interchanged,
Could be
or
interchanged.
they could be two separate
Right.
groups.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Depends on what commentary you look at. Let's see. Oh yeah. So Reuben, we know that he didn't love Joseph any more than anybody else. It was just his responsibility, and now he knows that since that boy isn't here, I'm going to get in trouble.
Duh.
He's in for it. So then they deceive their father. The deceiver gets deceived again.
Oh, yeah.
They covered them with one of the sheep, so their flock was down, or was it really a wild animal that they supposedly killed?
No,
Supposed to go.
they
It says
killed a
might
goat.
have Killed a goat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have DNA back then.
Nope, didn't have to worry about it.
And I don't imagine they had them counted either, don't you think? He had quite a few.
Yeah, he had a bunch.
He was pretty rich.
It says, again, a slaughtered goat figures prominently in the act of deception. So apparently it happened earlier in 27.
Of course, that didn't
Well,
go long until.
Because I wonder what
the 80s
Jacob
or
killed
90s.
when he deceived Isaac.
It was a goat.
Was it?
I
That's
thought
what I thought.
so.
it was.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So there again, it happened again, it says.
Uh-huh.
So then the sacrificial goat later on in Leviticus sent out.
Yep, the scapegoat. Yep,
Yeah, that's how it got its name.
yep.
Put all your sins on the goat and send it away.
Put all your sins on the scapegoat. And so, check out verse 35. Did the brothers get the solution they wanted by getting rid of Joseph? Or not? What do you guys think?
No, because their
No.
father wept for him forever.
Right.
Didn't he say he was going to
Yep.
just go to his grave weeping?
I will mourn until I join my son in the grave. So he still loves Joseph more than everybody else.
Even not there, he still does.
Right,
Right.
even not there. Meanwhile, the Midianites sold Joseph to Egypt to Potiphar, one of Pharaoh's officials, the captain of the guard. And then we have a commercial break.
Then he said captain of the guard or executioner.
Oh, I didn't see
Oh,
that.
I have guard, yeah.
Executioner.
Or executioner.
Wow.
That's right, the Hebrew word means executioners. Mm.
Whoa.
It can mean butchers.
Or slaughterer.
Yeah.
Wow, so Joseph kind of got lucky when he got thrown in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
they
could've
didn't
just-
get put under right away.
Yeah, could have just gotten killed.
It said that in here.
No such thing as luck. God, it was all in God's plan.
Right. I hope I didn't say luck. Oh,
You said lucky.
okay. Yeah, right, no
We'll
such
let
thing
it
as
go
luck.
this time.
I think God wanted him to grow a little bit, and by putting him through these things, because he was there 20 years, right? Or
God always wants us to grow and get prepared for our jobs.
right. So I think he had a lot of growing to do and going through this
Probably.
ordeal.
Yeah, we know he had a lot of growing to do because
Right.
he's just a punk in chapter 37.
Yeah.
Or maybe some of this misfortune that befalls him will turn him into somebody not so arrogant as he was to be telling everybody he was above them.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, chapter 38. Why did Judah leave his brothers?
He fell in love.
He met a Canaanite woman.
Yep.
I think he felt guilty and he had to get out.
Probably felt guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Probably felt a little bit guilty.
Then he fell in love.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Then he, or
he
lust.
left his brothers.
Yeah.
Let's say he left his father.
No.
So I think that's kind of interesting.
Do you think he took the money?
He probably did.
I'm
Maybe
guessing
he
he
did.
might have.
Yeah. Didn't share it with his brothers.
Doesn't say they shared it.
possibility. That's a possibility.
It says since Judah was with his brothers when they sold him, and with them again when they went down to Egypt to buy food, the author seems to locate events of this chapter within a period of 21 years. Hmm. But
So he meets this guy in Adullam, and then he marries a Canaanite woman, which we know he's not supposed to do.
Right.
She gets pregnant, and the names of the sons really don't mean that much. One means watchful, one means vigorous, and the third one, they don't know what his name means.
Kind of a funny name for a boy, Sheila.
Yeah. I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Do we pronounce it that way, or?
I don't, I pronounce
knows?
it like it's spelled, and it's Sheila.
Could be Sheila, could be Sheila. Maybe that's why they don't know what it means. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it means girl. Girl name. Means girl name.
It means I wish it would have been a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Okay, so Judah gets a wife for and we don't know what does. But whatever he did,
God didn't like it.
God didn't like it.
Cost him his life.
As Ben would say, to is human.
Oh.
That's beautiful, Gary.
Comical Bible study now.
That's
beautiful.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Credit Ben.
Pretty good.
Amen.
Amen. That's pretty good. I like that. The error is human. He made a big mistake. God didn't like it.
Oh, it's something I read, it referred, it speculated that maybe he did the same thing that Onan did.
But why?
I don't know.
Because if he gets heirs, that'd be a
But
good
then
thing.
again, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is just
Huh.
something that I had read
Wow.
once upon a time.
And then Onan, of course, now Er's dead, so Onan.
It could be because, let's see if I'm remembering right, it could be because Tamar was not from that area and his father picked her and maybe he didn't like her. Or maybe there was some issues there.
That's possible. That's possible. So to us, verse 8 looks real strange. That he's got to sleep with his brother's wife and fulfill your duty to her.
Oh,
And
because,
that's called a redeemer.
Yeah? Yeah?
well, because the brother's dead.
The brother's dead.
Okay, so while doing family trees, I have discovered that in my family, years and years and years ago, okay, that when the brother died, the other brother married the wife and had even more children. So there's she had 8, 9 children, but it was because the brother stepped in to take care of her. So it was
So, because she had no way to support herself.
correct,
Yeah.
right? They would starve, and it was a farm, and that's what they did. So,
And that was the law in Deuteronomy that was laid out for that very reason, because we know the woman is just property. She has no chance of getting any inheritance unless she has a tie to that family.
so that's what he did with this guy. He made him go.
Right. Except Onan knows that if he gets Tamar pregnant, that child's not going to be his. And it's not going to increase his standing in the family. So that's why he doesn't want to get her pregnant.
It's not going to be his because, it is biologically his,
Right. But
but
by law.
by law it's not.
It's
would-
still the
Yeah,
dead
he
brother's
totally
child.
likes it.
Which will probably be the oldest one. Anything would go to the child and not him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So that's
That's
why
how it was.
he's evil.
He's
not.
selfish. How
So he
selfish.
just married her just because
Well, he
was
married
supposed
her.
to, yeah.
Yeah, because he was supposed to. Because his father said,
You
"You
have
have.
to.
This is your
You
duty.
had to do it.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you love her, or anything.
Yeah.
It's your duty.
And even if he had had another wife, he still had to marry her also, right?
Yep. Yep.
And so,
So this is where the spilling of the seed
Right.
comes in.
Yep.
Oh, that is weird. Sorry. I just thought that was strange.
Yeah, that was a little.
I was like, okay. So he'll lay with her, but he doesn't want her to get pregnant because he doesn't want to lose his chance.
Right. He's using her for sex and nothing else.
Okay. Kill him.
Well, God did. God took care of business.
Yeah, it's not
killed him off
a,
too.
he's not a very nice man.
No.
It says in here, it says, because,
That's just another mouth to feed. If, I mean, he had to marry her, and she's already got children, right?
No.
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 Oh, okay.
No.
I
'Cause
thought-
if she had children, then
They would have
Onan
belonged
wouldn't
to
have
her.
had to marry her because she's already got heirs.
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
But I see your point,
Yeah.
What's that?
that, another mouth to feed, but in this case, she had no children, so.
Yeah, oh, they've got money though.
Go do your job.
Yep.
That's what Dad said to him.
They got money. So the Lord puts him to death.
It doesn't say how though or anything, does it?
No,
He dies of a heart attack while,
Works in
Yeah.
mysterious ways.
Yep.
Mysterious, yeah.
she's probably starting to think, this is me. I'm cursed.
Yeah.
They're dying on me.
well, and
The
that's
father
what,
ends up having children, a child with
that's
her.
what Judah thinks.
Yeah.
Judah thinks that she is the reason why his sons are dying. So I'm not gonna send my youngest to her, because she's gonna kill him too.
I thought maybe the youngest was too young.
Well, he
That
is,
time.
He
at
is.
the time.
Yeah.
But he promises when he gets older, I'm gonna send him to you so he can fulfill the family's duty. But he doesn't do it because he
Yeah,
figures
he didn't.
Tamar is, she's a black widow or something. She kills every guy that's near her.
So he even like sends her away, right?
He sends her away. And look what he says. Live as a widow
In your father's
household.
house.
So she can't marry anybody else.
Right. Yep.
It could have been 10, 15 years to wait till the boy was old enough.
Yep. Yep. But he says, go live as a widow, which means pretty much until Sheila gets there, you've got nothing. Like Pam says, you can't marry anybody else. You got to wait for my son.
But he wasn't going to take care of her. He sent her back to her dad.
Right. Yeah, he kicked her out. He doesn't want anything to do with her. He's totally disowning her, which is wrong. It cuts her off from his family, any inheritance, and of course we know she's not going to get any inheritance from her father. So she's really out in the cold.
Because he's already paid the bride price.
Yep.
Kind of like Dinah after the rape.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
She's in
wow.
the same place as Dinah is, which is not good. For Judah thought he may die too, just like his brothers. So Tamar went off. Judah's wife dies, and after he recovers from his grief, he hits the road. Doesn't sound like he was grieving too much, though.
Keep your eyes forward.
Yep.
Picked up a prostitute.
Yep. Picks up a prostitute.
Yeah.
He thinks there's one.
Yeah.
What he
Thinks you
thinks is one. What he thinks is one. Now, Tamar is smart. She takes off her widow's clothes, disguises herself, and she knows that Judah might be having some needs. Because his wife is dead.
So, temple prostitutes must have been pretty common.
Yeah, yeah. And what I saw in the commentaries is a temple prostitute was okay, where a regular prostitute wasn't.
What's the
What's the
difference?
Well, because realize this is a pagan temple. It's not a Jewish temple.
Right.
So they use the temple prostitutes. They figured as the men sleep with the temple prostitutes, it increases the fertility of everything in that land. The crops, the animals, and everything. That's how, yeah. That's
the
how
paganism.
suspicious they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says
That's
that
the way they thought.
they
So-
enjoyed a higher social status in Canaan than ordinary prostitutes.
Right.
Okay.
I wonder who got to decide to be a regular or
It kind of like going to the gas station. Regular premium.
Really?
Yeah, regular premium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who knows? Who knows?
I'm so glad I
So
didn't look
sometimes
back
Bible
here.
study is a little bit
Oh,
of
Words.
our X-rated discussion.
Well, the Bible's real.
You know, we've hit R and X-rated like 4 or 5 times already, and we're not even through Genesis.
We're not even to the Song of Songs yet.
No, I was Song of Songs.
Wait.
That will be next year.
That'll be next year, yeah. So she goes to the entrance of the city.
Yeah.
So she goes to the entrance of the city where all the good guys hang out. Well, all the rich guys at least.
The good.
Nobody's.
Nobody's
We
good
haven't
there.
found any good guys.
No.
Good guys.
Especially
Joseph might
in
be
the Jacob
only one.
clan.
Yeah, we haven't found any good guys in the Abraham family line.
Yeah, it's true. We'll go back.
First Joseph tried to run.
Right. Yeah. So even though Sheila grew up, she had not been given to him as his wife. I
Right. Oh.
almost misread that. I was going towards where Goldie was going.
Sheila.
Yeah.
Get it?
Sheila.
I bet it was pronounced Shala.
Oh, that's too easy. We gotta spice this up a little.
It's already spicy.
spicy.
Like, yeah.
So when Judah saw her, he thought she was a prostitute, for she had covered her face.
This is so weird.
It is.
It's just so
You wouldn't
bizarre.
recognize her.
I know.
But the thing is, she did it so that, the family, thing would be fulfilled.
Right. Yeah.
She was
had,
smart.
She had all the right reasons for doing this. You can't blame her.
How would you not recognize her face?
Well,
wore a
she had,
veil.
we don't know what kind of covering it was. You know, it might have been
Might have been
like,
a burqa.
yeah, maybe a burqa, so all he could see was her eyes.
Yeah.
That could be a possibility.
Well, Jacob
But I
didn't
mean-
even recognize Leah
Back then.
on the wedding night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning.
So they're
Yeah.
partly blind. Let's just say the family's nearsighted.
Yeah.
Or
To fulfill
something.
They didn't have electricity, it was pretty
Well,
dark.
and the wedding night was liquored up, that's why he didn't know the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Oh, he was
Maybe,
liquored
you
up.
know,
Could have been.
Judah's liquored up too.
Could be. He's out for a night on the town.
With his friend.
So he hires her as a prostitute.
They made good money doing shearing, so he was able to afford it.
Yeah, he's got his crops.
Mm-hmm.
Probably with the profits from Joseph's sale. Yeah, I mean,
What is the cord? Your signet and
Yeah.
the cord.
I have, it's a small cylinder seal on the type used to sign clay documents by rolling them over the clay.
Well, that's
The
what I
owner
do,
wore it
too.
around his neck or on a cord threaded through a drilled hole lengthwise.
so that's the seal.
So it was like a pen
Right.
size that he had on his neck.
That'd be equivalent to showing your driver's license.
Yeah, this once again, she knows what she's doing,
Yeah.
because this stuff right here identifies Judah without a doubt.
Right,
The
yeah.
staff too has distinctive markings on it as
Yep.
well that identify him.
She was manipulative.
Yeah. Well, she was deceitful for a reason.
Yeah.
Well, he kicked
Yeah,
her
she-
out.
Mhm,
Right.
And she wanted
She
back
didn't-
in,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
She
she's
didn't lie
not
to
going to
you.
survive. She
Yeah.
knows what's hers. She's due that inheritance, and he promised her that he was going to fulfill the requirements of the law. So everything she did was legal, even becoming a temple prostitute.
So her father wouldn't have kept her. I mean, he
Well,
kept
he
her for a
would've-
long time, but
He would have kept her, he would have fed her, but that would have been it.
She wouldn't have inherited anything.
No, when the father died, if he had any sons, everything he had would go to the sons,
yeah,
and the sons could have kicked Tamar out.
yeah.
They didn't have to keep her around.
Yeah.
But she herself is not going to inherit it. She's just going to be in with a group that has it.
Right, but her son's going to take
Hoping
care of her.
her
The
son
son
would.
would do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she has a son.
And we see throughout the Bible that the sons usually take care of the mothers. Think of Ruth, the story of Ruth,
Mm-hmm.
how through, what's her name?
Naomi.
Naomi's marriage to Boaz, she was taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No,
Naomi
Naomi,
was a mother.
Was
and
in-law.
Ruth was with
In-law.
Boaz.
Ruth was Boaz.
Okay.
They had Obed,
Okay,
and Obed took care of Naomi.
okay, there you
His
go.
grandma.
Naomi
Okay.
was the,
So, they take care of their,
Right.
their
Yeah.
moms.
But it's fresh in the mind.
you just been studying that.
So Judah just keeps sinking farther and farther. He goes to a pagan country, he hangs out with pagan friends, he marries a pagan woman, he sells his brother, he sleeps with a prostitute, so he just keeps sinking deeper and deeper and deeper. It's not getting better for Judah.